Here's what I'd call pretty much a confirmed tornado. This is the radar, Pennsylvania on October 2nd, 2018 at, that's actually 4:09, 23 seconds, Eastern Standard Time. And there's a funnel basically all the way to the ground. And here you can see very strong winds. I think this is like 60 miles an hour. If you see some of the shades in here. Away from the radar and towards the radar, it's not as strong. Maybe 15 miles an hour towards the radar. This is not storm relative. This is base velocity. I think it's at the lowest levels. Now let's take some of this away so you can see. And what you see here is basically a triangular shape. That's exactly what you would expect with a, in other words, away from the radar, a very nice triangle. Winds towards the radar are not as well defined. Sort of see a triangular area here, which should be where a tornado is most likely located. And I'm using weather.us. Thank you for that. It's a foreign site, foreign web page. They have radar from the United States. Now let's look at, well, let's look at the, not the base velocity, let's look at this base reflectivity for the same time. Let's put some of the street maps on here again to start off with. And time's not exactly the same. Let's see. This will be jeepers, 22 seconds off or something like that. 23, 18 seconds off. And okay, the circulation was right somewhere about there. You could say this has sort of like a hook echo. It's not very well defined here. It's kind of shady. This is the area of the thunderstorm, which has been very consistent and has had severe and tornado warnings with it. This backside has developed, blown it behind it, and maybe that has tightened up the rotation. Just maybe the thunderstorms blowing up on the backside produced like a rear flank downdraft. Maybe that's what caused the tornado. Let's see how we do time here. We can just shade this back. And let's see here. I'm just going to keep moving this back. You see it is, it's weakened. Strength. The backside is strengthened a little bit, producing maybe a rear flank type downdraft. The main body of the storm has basically stayed the same strength, and maybe elongated a little bit. And if we go back, you can see it's looked actually kind of a bit healthier. Maybe there's some higher reflectivities. Right, south 1C. So we're just going to take this back a little bit and then fast forward it. But we do notice the backside is sinking southward. And advancing, while the main body of the storm is actually just going east, basically due east, maybe even nudging north. So that's interesting there. A lot of times you get tornadoes in the northeast with a eastern edging thunderstorm. Now let's look at base velocity here. And what time are we going to start it? Okay, we'll go. Now let's take all these maps off. It's all these cities stuff. And we're just going to focus on this. And again, we're going to bring it back here. Alright, it looked actually better off. Like I said earlier. And this is 3:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. It starts off. Each interval is like 2 or 3 minutes. And here's actually 4:04, but that's not when it probably produced a tornado. Okay, so it's between this shot and that shot. And the spread there, about 80 miles an hour. I think it's about 60 here. South side about 20 going the west, so 80 knots total is normally how they read it. It's basically like or 40 miles an hour, 40 knots, something like that. It's basically spinning at that level. And let's see, this is actually good. I could blow up. How did I get that? I don't know. Okay, so we're just gonna bring this back a little bit. .255, or actually, yeah, about 2:55 Eastern Time. I'm sorry, 3:55. That would be Central Time I gave you. This is 4:02. And you see it looks better. Here's really where you have it. And let's see what happens. Well, what you do get is a shrinking of, you have a broad area here, broad area there, and it's interesting. Both areas are shrinking. The strength is not shrinking, no, but neither is it really accelerating there. and it totally disappears at about 4:11 Eastern time. I mean, you see rotation, but you don't see the orange hued combined very close to the light reds, grays, and what can be greens. A very well-defined rotation.